What's going on, everybody? This is That One Alonzo, and today we are going to be talking about AEW Dynamite, specifically what transpired during the phenomenal segment. The phenomenal segment of Willow Nightingale's AEW World Women's Championship celebration and how Mercedes Moné interrupted it. Aired last night, July 29, 2026. And boy, oh boy, this was a very weird follow-up to AEW Redemption. I cannot fathom how many bad follow-up shows to a pay-per-view PLE that we've had to witness throughout this year. But this was another weird one for AEW. It had its good spots, had its bad spots. But if there was ever a way to close out a show, if you would have told me that Willow Nightingale's championship celebration was going to be the ending of the show and what we witnessed last night, I would have left watching the show a happy person, because my goodness, that was incredible. Renee Paquette welcomed us to celebrate Will Nightingale's work. She is now the first AEW Women's Triple Crown winner, successfully capturing the TBS Championship, the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship, and now she is AEW World Championship. A huge standing ovation from Willow. You could have told me that she was the biggest superstar in AEW history with the ovation that she got. That's another video for another day. But she is effectively the face of the women's division from just this segment alone. She talked about how this is finally her moment, getting to where she is now, battling mental health issues while working through injuries. But from her time in AEW has been absolutely great, capturing all her championships, finally being AEW Women's World Champion. She wants to make sure that she does whatever she can to be on top for right now. Great stuff. If you haven't listened to her entire promo, I suggest you go back into it. I'll suggest you go back into what happened when Mercedes Moné interrupted. Huge boos throughout the arena or theater, because they were in a smaller venue. Mercedes Moné interrupted, demanding that Will Nightingale signed the contract, which she does. And then another brilliant promo work continued. Mercedes Moné said that if it wasn't for her showing up in AEW, there would be no Willow Nightingale story to happen. And she definitely has a point there. It was Willow who was her first big match from Mercedes Moné. It was Willow who took down Mercedes Moné for her TBS championship. And now Mercedes Moné is gunning for the AEW Women's World Championship again, which is currently held by Willow Nightingale. So their stories in AEW has been interlocked the moment that Mercedes Moné came in there. And she said that her being Moné said that she will stop at nothing to take what Willow has the same way she took what Moné had. Will Nightingale said that Moné was envious of Willow. Just all sorts of good stuff there. Of course, Moné had a plan. Divine Minion came and attacked Willow. Double choke slam. I believe they call it the Divine Intervention. Laid Willow out. And that is how we got out of there with the Brawling Birds coming to, I guess, effectively in the segment. But in terms of creating an overarching storyline, and captioning the work of Moné and Willow to set up their match at AEW All In, they did a phenomenal segment. And whether you believe the crowd got in it for Mercedes Moné, when she was actually heard, her talking points was great. And it really set up how big this match will be. Mercedes Moné has won virtually every major championship that you can speak of that is non-exclusive in the industry, except for the AEW Women's World Championship. Having that belt collecting era in her gone, she's down to being the Owen Hart Women's title holder, now earning a shot at the Women's World Championship, a championship that she has been thinking of getting since she's arrived. Willow Nightingale was the first person that she fought and will possibly be the last person she needs to beat to become AEW Women's World Champion. My prediction is Mercedes Moné doesn't as of right now. I think Willow Nightingale's needs this reign, but anything can happen in the world of professional wrestling. Fate can have other ideas. But if the idea is to push Willow's reign and have her lose later on this year, maybe November, December, that would be totally fine. But congratulations to Willow Nightingale becoming AEW World's Champion. And if there was ever a match that had a big fight feel after last night's show, it would be this one. But that is all for this video. Thank you all so much for listening. Subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you all in the next one.